Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is Crusader Kings 3 with the Royal Core DLC installed but everything else being vanilla. And this is the series in which we want to grow tall and fat. Because I recently got a comment of Ming Kwang Fung, I'm gonna say, and I'm probably butchering your name once again. One of the community members that said, like, this isn't growing tall anymore. And I kind of agree and disagree. I have changed the thumbnail, I'm curious if you noticed, a week ago into tall and fat. Because we are indeed, this is going wide, but, I've also grown quite a bit tall. Because what is the definition of growing tall? It is developing the areas that you have to the highest state possible and making them grow like crazy. Most of the time that means you have a very small territory. But I have been using my steward to increase the development of our capital like crazy. Its development right now is 33. Let's go to Rome. 31. We have outgrown Rome. In fact, if we look at the development map, ours is a nice yellow. Now, of course, this is more yellow around the areas of Cordoba, which is, by the way, 34. But yeah, there's more red than the areas around Rome or around Cordoba and definitely around Byzantium, because of course Byzantium is 40 Byzantium. But we are trying to grow tall. We have put our steward to work to growing the development. I am building all kinds of buildings everywhere. We're building a city building over here. Of course, I just did that off camera, but still. And also the holdings that aren't even ours, we're building additional buildings in to grow tall. The thing is, we are growing a little bit fat because we're also growing wide in a sense, but that is also because I don't want this to be boring for you guys. I don't want you to go sitting here going, oh wow, I can see the grass grow. You know, I want to have something additional to it. So alright, it's tall and fat, but I am definitely trying to focus on getting the best buildings possible within our realms, having the top tier buildings, having everything focused on development. I mean, our innovations are focused on development. Our court is focused on development. Because we have an administrative court. No, actually, yeah, there is development growth in the capital. We are really focusing everything we can on development and on building up our holdings. Now, I have to admit, I haven't been focused so much, for instance, on Antwerp or Leuven over here in Brabant, because I'm not even entirely sure if I want to keep these areas. Right now, nobody will complain about it because they're actually part of the Duchy of Jülich. Well, we don't have that duchy, and we hold the title of Brabant and Holland. Utrecht, nobody holds that title, because this person has his own duchy of Upper Burgundy, and this person is an individual beneath Westphalen, so nobody can create a duchy. So right now all the lands that we have can be ours without people complaining, but I don't know if that's going to be in the future, which is why I have been hesitant to build everything up. But you know what? In order to beat next to fat tall, I will grant you this. We'll start building up a city and a temple, and Leuven, you still lack a temple that must be built. Maastricht, you lack a... Eindhoven must be a... Oh, really? Okay, well, let's just let it be. And Kleve is very undeveloped, which we definitely need to work on, because this is, I think, agrarian. Terrain, yes, which means it can grow very well. So I would like to have this holding to be a castle, and this holding can be then a city, and the other one can be a temple. But alright, is this growing tall for you guys? I hope it is, because I'm really do try to focus on things like that. Alliances that can be formed, but also a lot of court events. Let's so. I find my kinsman Adalbert, sorry. Okay, that was weird. Adalbert sitting on the floor surrounded by spilled paint and pieces of canvas for the third time this month. High courtiers whisper about him being an artistic genius in the making, but the servants complain about scrubbing the floors free from paint in the wake of his inspirations. No, his genius needs to be nurtured. Continues his artistic pursuits. Maybe. And, oh, come off it. Somebody who wants to have a title, and I could make him my High Almoner, but he's really bad at it because he doesn't have a lot of learning. Besides, I would push away my daughter, so it's gonna become off it. Yeah. Also, of course, we've also worked a lot on even aiding our allies. We once had a claim to France and let it go. We actually aided France in staying stable, despite the fact that, well, he wants the Duchy of Flanders, which is actually why I put, also off camera, my Chancellor back on integrating Flanders first before we integrate this part. Speaking of integrations, by the way, because we will be slower with integrating Flanders than... integrating Flanders will happen in 33 years. Sorry, I had to think about how to say this. This will be integrated in 25 years. So East Anglia will become part of France unless it somehow breaks away. And the one that rules over them is this guy. I don't know if he's gonna break away. He doesn't really like him. But yeah. It's not really horrible, so who knows. Maybe this will be considered part... Oh. Court grandeur decreases? Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's bad. Well, let's do my knight then. 32 years, but still. You have claims the Duchy of Ostfalen and Anhalt, which are already part of us. So, yeah. I spy my was captured by Duke. What is going on here? Also, why was this always the case? I totally missed that. Why are you minus 46? Dang. If I replace him, it's gonna be even worse, but alright. So you got captured. I assume that Anhalt is, yeah, Anhalt a claim for Duchy of Ostfalen. So this boy now rules everything. And the Spy Master of 20 has been released, and we still have a 20er in the hold. That's fine, I guess. The younger sibling took everything from the older sibling. Yeah, unfortunately you are pretty horrible to put in the council because I don't have lay clergymen, so I can't put you in the bishop role. That would have been wonderful, but we can't. My intention is also not to conquer... Oh, yeah, now I also really don't need to sway him. I think I need to sway this boy, because he's gonna be wanting on the council at a certain point. I don't want to conquer much more. What I would love to conquer is Cologne and what was currently called Aix-la-Chapelle. Aix-la-Chapelle? I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce the first part. Something at the chapel. Because, well, this has, of course, the Palace of Aachen in it, and this is Cologne having a holy site in it, which we didn't have, so we couldn't consecrate the bloodline. I'm also would be willing to change faiths if it comes up, or maybe even alter our faiths. For instance, because I recently played with that offline, a faith that is, let's not create a new one per se, to a faith that is pacifistic. Let's look at that. Do we have a pacifistic religion in here? Is it the Lollards? Oh, yeah. Pacifism. Rulers at peace for a long time gain piety. Calm is a virtue, and domain limit +1. Oh, raffle is bad. That should be just fine for us. Calm isn't really something that is in our Flemish culture that we can get. We get content often, but still, it seems like a pretty good one, and we're not really focused on some of the elements of... Ooh, thank you. Gave me money, which by the way was part of a recent change. Before we started playing this, we didn't get a lot of rewards from vassals that swore their fealty to us. Nowadays, much more common. Changed in a recent patch. But yeah, we're not making use of for instance, communion. Seek indulgences is not something we tend to do. Then again, I really would like to stay Catholic because of all the money it gives us. So it's a bit between one or the other. Okay, hold on. There is a low durability and there is a claim by my sister for this mill. Because it's been so long since I played, now we have a much better mill. And I think I'm just gonna let that go. Or I could give it to one of my vassals if they don't have... Yeah. Just give it to a vassal. They will appreciate me more. Sure, let's repair it. 38 gold, that is peanuts, that's 1 month of income for us. Gift the artifact, more or less 1 month of income. And Ilza's illustrious armor, granted. It's a +7 opinion only, because it's not a very good artifact, but still. I think if it was damaged, it would probably have given us +2 or +3 or something like that. Ooh, he still has claims also on titles. Oh yeah, because he holds 2 counties. You found yourself a wife who is way too old. This tends to happen still. She's not gonna give you any children, which is meaning he's gonna be the primary heir in the end. You dim-witted boy. There should be enough ladies around. Oh. Wants a seat on the council. Oh dear. Well, as soon as we sway this boy in 9 months, I guess we're gonna go to the Duke of Vlaanderen. Let's go super speed. Maiden Blick, however, built something, so let's just keep on constructing. Now speaks Dutch, a most wise decision. The King of Germany. His court speaks also Dutch? Yeah, it's his court language as well. Wait a minute, what happened to Bavaria? They don't speak... She's Carinthian. What? Whoa. Title history, what happened? Installed by faction event, installed by the faction event. Oh, things are breaking up in here. Alright. So, Carinthian, now Serbo-Croatian language. Okay. Okay. That is... Bavaria's destabilizing. Most likely. Honestly, you could both try harder at this. Competitive Cronying? Cronying? I'm not even sure what this... No, I'm not sure what this means. I'm sure I don't know what this means. Physical supplication is the key. Every groveling-induced bruise on my knee is fresh coin in my purse. You just can't go wrong with prostration. Nonsense, just keep stacking adjectives in front of the title and you'll be rich till you die. If you've got air in your lungs before you get to king, you've done it wrong. Huh? They're bragging on how to get... This is beneath me, 150 fame. Wouldn't be bad, actually. Fame is this one, right? I always get confused because the two things... This is devotion, this is prestige. Is this fame? This is fame, yeah, indeed. Why does it then give me fame directly? I could have hovered over that. Instead of just giving me prestige to get to the next level of fame. How does this work? I'm just curious. I'm going to hit this despite the fact that we didn't do a damn thing. Well, it may have actually increased this. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Whoa. Wat een construct at the Waddeneilanden. Ah, well, we've got a new castle over here. Excellent. Having said that, we still want to make sure that we build a temple over here. So that we can have a castle over here, both in agrarian territories. And this needs to be granted to somebody worthy. Without having too much claims. Yeah, seems excellent to grant the title to. He already has a daughter. Yeah, because she's a duchess, I don't mind getting a weak hook on her. Hopefully they get another child. There's a good chance for it. She is a Carling Eve. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, well, yeah, you definitely deserve a barony, sir. You've married the Princess of France. Wow. Okay. But this is... Wait. This is your heir. You're already married to a lady over here who's Dutch. Who's not part of our realm. Somewhere over there. Okay, that's just awkward, but fine. I was worried for a second that he would be... No, because this is a daughter. But he might get a duchy and then it will be hard to revoke that later when we want to lay claim to it, of course. May you go strong and wise. No traits at all. Well, that's a far cry from his brother. Who is, by the way, a perfect child. I don't know if I said it in the last episode or because I can't... Because it's been 2 weeks since I recorded. This child, I reloaded a few times because the game was really cruel. It gave me the perfect child, but it was a daughter. And then I was like, no, he has to be a man. Got annoyed with the fact that they gave me a daughter one for that one. Brabant is mine as well, so that needs some control growth. Working excellent. I am paranoid. The Sanctum of Leon. Yeah, no. Well, that is just... France is again at war. Sanctum of Leon here. I could actually even declare war or holy war for the county, but we're going tall, we're not going white. She wants to make something glorious. She's merely decent. I don't think we want to do that because I think we have quite a few... Well, I can hold court. Let's just do that. Just for the person in the line to approach. What is going on here? Oh, this is about... Just cut it off. This is about studying bodies and doing grave robbing. My vassal, Koenraad, who is my spy master. His wife, Gerrit, my lord, is trying to seduce my husband. Oh, okay. Clear ambassadors have been aired so publicly and can barely... Wow, and that for somebody that is very good in intrigue. It's no surprise. You can't... When not tolerate adulterers in my court, you lose 5 opinion of my mare. She gains opinion of me. I gain a right to imprison her. Yeah. And what's this? May you approach me with a straighter posture than usual. My liege, the people in your realm need the occasional joyous gathering. I would gladly find us a feast. Oh. He pays me gold, and I can just say, no strings attached. And otherwise he gets a weak hook on me, which I don't like because he could become demand on my court, so I'm just going to be very arbitrary about it, and thank you for the money, and still has a good opinion of me while I have the cash. Wondrous. Oh, Frapture's Day, Calais. That's a lot of money. Let's put that in there. Everything here is built to the max, right? Yep. Oh, I should really make sure that he builds the right things. Build a trade port. And everything is built here to the max. Actually, hold on a minute. I have the Duchy of Frisia. Let's not build this. Can we build a... No, because we don't have burrs yet. We can't do things like that yet. Darn it. Build those. Yeah, we already knew of that. Just get out of here. Host an exotic feast. Nah. I'm good. We're using the money to grow tall. My son was captured by the King of France during the siege of Paris. He's Catholic, he's Flemish, and he has a daughter. Married to Volkwalding already. He has a lot of claims. This is my aunt. So there's an... oh! Wasn't you were the one that gave me money? Haha! Already replaced. Who rules Alkmaar now? Hey lady. Your wife. Okay. Interesting. I do like large levies. That feels also very tall, as I do likable. Vassal tax contribution, however, Herregeld is very good. Neighbor ruling one more, alright. Establish more power over France, very good. Yes, opportunities come in time. Pay patient. The Rattling Fiend. Court position vacated. I guess she got married. Alright. Maiden Blick has built Baileys. Excellent, you're building. And this is why I also liked to do some warfare. This episode to me feels like it could be, you know, a little bit more enticing if I had, I don't know, a war or something like that. So I've also, you know, I really would like to hear what you guys think about having this type of laid-back episode. Because I could also just skip a bit. Just play a little bit off camera, come back to you when something interesting happens, and oh boy. Against the tyranny of you're probably gonna lose that one. Yeah, you could lose that one. Which would make you replace with the brother you pushed out. Which is funny to say the least. I can change your contract. But everything is already on super high. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, you build a port at least here. That's what I'm also looking at. Is everybody building ports? Everybody has ports. Good. I'm wondering if holding taxes also... No, I assume it's only for her and doesn't count to me. I'll gift her that. Oh, wait, we can build the holding here, of course, at the castle. No, wait. Oh, I can't take that out because it's not my building anymore. She's like, dude, you paid for this. Now it's now you have something. Now, no, you cannot undo that project. Okay, where are we gonna go? If we want to grow tall. We want to grow tall. This doesn't really need vassal limit. But development growth, there it is. Vibrant court. Monthly learning, head of faith opinion, which is good for getting money. Development growth, I guess we're gonna go with that. I have also off camera looked into this one. Because I showed you a while ago a game that I had started earlier, which was, yeah, the Byzantine Empire growing to about this size. And I'm not joking, I had like a few parts here not, and here a few things not. That was what the end state was at 1453. But then I gained 900 renown a month. So I could unlock anything I wanted. Which is funny because they changed how much renown you could get from families. In order to not have that happen. But that is now the thing. And this... Oh, that's the dynastic tree. That's the culture. Sorry, open legacy. This isn't that great. On one hand, on the other hand, it's amazing. What it does is it gives a lot of development growth, just flat out development growth, for every other culture province that you own. So for a large empire, you get a huge amount of development. But because those provinces tend to not be yours, as you tend to have the provinces of your culture, as I say, tend, it doesn't really do much for you. And it costs about, well, for my empire, it costs at a certain point about 12,000 gold, I think. Which may be shocking, but I also had an income of 300 gold a month. But, no, I don't think it was 12,000. At least it was several years of income. So, that decision, to me, is a little... And wasn't also like everybody liked me all of a sudden. This unlock, that ability, not really that great. Cultural fascination is amazing because that brings quicker technology. That's nice. And cultural acceptance, of course, you can make more intermingling. The additional learning, additional language is cool, but it's better when you have max learn language scheme, because that allows you to well, have an additional scheme going on, just like twice scheme does, and you can have one here to that. But overall, to me, language this customs isn't that strong. And yeah, learn the game. Yeah, I don't really like it. So we're gonna go into this one because of development growth, right? No, this one. I almost clicked on the wrong one. Erudition. There we go. Though this one is nice. Don't get me wrong. Personal scheme power, just in general. This one is really... You want to have this one if you have a large empire, because the max sway scheme +1, just swaying 2 vassals at the same time, having additional vassals, limit, short reign duration. That one is just crazy good for having a big empire. Yeah, what's going to happen here? You already lost 29%. You've created the Brunofo-Norse hybrid culture. Oh! There was a Viking expedition. Brunofo-Norse. Removing everything of the Breton culture, more or less. And moving it into here. Swords for hire he kept dexterous fishermen. He just knocked out storytellers and used the northern stories. And he kept the bellicose. But took the Brittonic heritage of here instead of the Norse heritage. Interesting. Royal Court Grandeur once again at 10. We're still a slightly... Our average should be above it, but maybe we should just push it a little bit above it so that if it gets knocked down by an event, it doesn't immediately go awry, but... Mansions built at Cleves. Very good, very good. Build this, and let's build the... I guess they don't let me build that until this is finished building, I guess? Preaching on Orthodox doctrine, that's because he is just bad at his job. Ooh. This paragon deserves the entire donation. Please give it to the poor in my name. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. And let's do it like this. And I forgot to stop the swaying thing, but he is now at 30, although he's going to get probably ousted of his throne. So we definitely need to sway him. Oh boy, did you. And you became a drunkard. Yeah, you also married a very old woman. You didn't do smart. Oh, show the Baron in. Apparently he's powerful enough that he is warranted a... cynical... No, I guess I like just. Or temperate. Yeah, I'll keep her alive a little longer. We have this betrothal going on. That's just better for us. As the head of faith for gold, of course. I mean, we don't have Olusite. We now know that we always should ask the head of faith for money. And then I think it is indeed time to host a grand feast. Making people happier with us. All vassals, our glory is now widely known. Uh-oh. They have damaged the skull of the feral stag of Hanover. These things happen. What a good evening. My wife likes me better. Always a good thing to see. And until next time, and again, the Eager Reveler trade, which is wonderful, because Eager Reveler is just +2, just stat bonuses. Another cup in his name. A feast under your name. Oh yeah, because of Mayor Hugo. But yeah, he's just dead. I'd also have been called in by the Queen of Bavaria. Ooh. Conquest of... How do they have this many troops? But I might... Oh, that's declaring war. That's not exactly what I wanted to do. Also, that would just gain land very, very far away. I wanted to offer to join war. Oh, I can't. Oh, it's a conquest war. I thought it was a holy thing. But it isn't. Alright. Asturias, you're still... No, yeah, you're still... Oh boy, our faith here. No. Yeah, Also, have you... Oh, hold on. Freeman Fortune. Yeah, join my court. You're pretty smart. Another cousin taken prisoner, but very far cousin. Have you ever seen such a large Venice? I have rarely seen it. Oh, you previous Doge is already dead? Died of natural causes at 45? Oh, that's unfortunate. He left the county of Trent to one of his sons, but everything else is a bit meh. I'll arrange a marriage with her. Will not accept. Title claimant. Yeah. But I can invite her to court. Because they're all family members. Arrange a marriage. There you go. So that we have another family with perhaps good traits that we can marry into. And not only our own family line. So we're going to get all kinds of incest issues. Which we are not focusing on. Because, face it, our legacies we did not take for our legacies blood. Which has its very niche. But very cool things. Oh man. Like seriously, none of the... I wonder if if he is the right father. Well, we'll have to see what we can do also for the son. Juliana Fokvaldi can marry. The former spouse of... Yeah. Well, you can marry the new Doge of Venice. So we have once again an alliance with Venice. But this time she probably is not going to give any children. Is this the third Doge she married to? No, the second one. There's just another family member that married into the Doges. I am certain on that. Title history. Yeah. See? That also married into us. So basically this was already a family member. But yeah. Who knows? Maybe one day Venice will become part of... Will become part of the master line again. It's not our family line. They are family, but they're not of the family line. Two different things. So they've lost a lot of their troops. Used to have about 6,000. At the moment I fought, I noticed, but apparently I was completely wrong. This is the fight over here. And that's gonna seal the deal, I think, for this Duke. So he is going to lay it back to his brother, who has at least married somebody that is going to be fertile. Oh, you even got maimed. That means that all the lands of yours probably going to fall to him, so then he becomes a very strong duke. Detailed ledgers, Republican opinion. I don't really have that. Then again, I have some... Hold on. I have some... mayors, of course, beneath me that can definitely pay a little bit extra, like her. So, this is the end of the episode. These type of episodes, I think, are not that great to watch. So I'm going to play a little bit more off camera and come back to you when something interesting happens. When we have a new queen, when there is a interesting war going on, when our development has gone beyond Byzantium's development. I don't think that's ever going to happen because they have just way too many unfair advantages. I mean, it goes up by 1.1. And it's because of our Chancellor that we get more growth, but only by 2.2. So it's going to take a very long time. But that is my opinion. If you say, no, we want to see everything, let me know in the comments. I'm going to make at least one more episode with a little bit of a time skip. After that, let me know. But in the meantime, I say, of course, I thank you for watching. And remember, great peril yields great beauty.